ARMS is one of the most unique games that I have ever played, but I think this can be said for any of Nintendo's newer IP. Just as Splatoon adds something different to a world of shooters that all feel the same, ARMS brings the same sense of fun to the fighting genre. I want to start this off by saying this game was provided for free, but don't worry, that doesn't change my opinion of the game. I will admit my review on the game is late, but that just means I've had more time with it and can truly give you my thoughts. The most asked questions that I've received about ARMS are, is it fun to play and how does it control? Well, it's true that motion controls may be a bit off-putting to some people, but don't let that deter you from playing it. Nintendo did an amazing job with the controls. If you prefer playing traditionally on the Pro Controller, you can, and it feels great. If you want to play the game how I imagine it was intended to be played, the motion controls make perfect sense. Just as with any fighting game, it will take a few matches to understand the controls and the special abilities of each character, but that's a given. Which brings us to our next point, the characters. The roster of playable characters in ARMS is great, and none really seem overpowered or underpowered compared to the rest. This is where Nintendo did another great job on the game. Each of the characters feel unique, and no one seems like a reskin of anyone else. I'll admit, compared to Nintendo's other fighting game, Smash Bros., the roster isn't nearly as large. But the game is seeing free DLC characters which add more variety, and before you know it, it could catch up to the roster of most fighting games. If you prefer characters with stronger punches, faster movement, or better defense, you'll find someone to match your playstyle. Now let's talk about the different game modes. Aside from the traditional versus, some of the most fun I've had is with the several different gameplay modes. My personal favorite is Hoops, where you guessed it, you're basically playing basketball with your opponent acting as the basketball. To score a point, simply grab and throw your opponent through the hoop. Another mode has you hitting as many targets as possible to get the higher score. And of course we have V-Ball, where you're essentially playing volleyball with a giant explosive bomb. For me, these different game modes have done a great job of keeping me interested and saying just one more match. Because while I may be tired of head-to-head combat, the variety of hoops and volleyball freshens it up a bit. Moving on to the online side, I've had no disconnects or instances of matches being dropped for no reason. The matchmaking is great because it puts you in a group with others. You can see every potential opponent or teammate on the screen. It isn't just names in a line. You'll see everyone floating around in their own spaces waiting to be matched up. The music is good, but not quite as great as what you would expect from a Zelda or Splatoon game. With that said, it doesn't really take anything away from the game either. It's just good, which isn't a complaint. Overall, ARMS is a great game, and honestly some of the most fun I've had playing games online, which is something I didn't expect when first playing it. Just as Splatoon did, ARMS really caught me off guard and grabbed my attention. Whether I'm playing my little brother who is just getting into games or a more experienced player online, ARMS has provided many hours of fun. The craziness of the combat with spring-loaded arms can't be compared to, and it definitely stands out from the many other popular fighting games. If you enjoy the videos on my channel, please consider subscribing, checking out my second channel focusing on movies and TV shows, and my Patreon where you can join in as a guest in upcoming videos, watch new videos first, you can have me join in and collaborate on videos for your own channel, have custom artwork or custom avatars made of yourself or for your channel, and much more.